Hi guys, a lot of you have been asking, am I eligible to apply to Chinese universities? I'm going to introduce exactly how you can find the information about it. So it basically depends if you're applying for foundation, bachelor's, master's or PhD level. If you are not 18 and you want to apply for bachelor's, then you can apply for a foundation program. In this case, you need to find a guardian, somebody who's in the city that you're going to study and who can sign the documents to say that they're going to be responsible for you when you're in China. And we have a link below which has more information about how to do this. Normally you would need to find this guardian by yourself, but some universities do help you find a guardian. For example, Beijing Foreign Studies University. So a foundation program is great if you don't have the required grades to get into a bachelor's program. You can take one of the foundation programs, improve your grades, and then you can apply for the bachelor's program. And we also have a list of the foundation programs in the link below. So for bachelor's, you need to have a high school graduation certificate, and you also have to have good grades, preferably above a D level, so like A, B, C. It's quite hard if you have D level, but there are some universities that may accept you. And normally you need to be under 35 years old, but there are some universities that can accept you if you are above 35. So this is just basically the general information, but later on I'm going to introduce how you can find the specific information about each university and program. Because there's thousands of programs in China, so I can't really introduce every single one in this video, but on China Admissions platform, you can find the perfect programs you're eligible for, and I'm really excited to share how you can do that. So for the master's program, you definitely need to have a bachelor's degree, and you need to also make sure that you meet the entry requirements. If you're studying in English for all of these programs like bachelor's, master's or PhD, you need to be either from a native English speaking country, or you need to have an English test, which could be like IELTS, TOEFL, or the International English Test, which has been accepted by lots of universities in China. You just need to take the test online, and then it takes a few days and you can have the certificate from the International English Test, which is in the link in the description below. If you want to apply for a PhD program, you also need to have graduated from a master's degree, and you need to have a master's degree certificate, and also basically has the same entry requirements. Different universities have different age requirements. Normally you need to be under 65 for all of the programs, but there are a few that do accept over 65. So yeah, this is the documents that you need to apply. But first, this is how you can find if you're eligible for the programs. So we actually have a quiz here which you can take. You just take the quiz here. You basically write like what is your date of birth. So if you're like 1990 and 03, 05, for example, and you want to apply for a master's degree, and your grades are above average, and you're native English speaker, and you don't speak any Chinese, then you can just log in. Okay, and then this will show you all of the programs that you're eligible to apply to. So if you only have like a high school graduation certificate, these are the programs that you're eligible. If you only have a high school graduation certificate and then you enter the details according to the test, then these are the programs that you're eligible for. You can have a look, and we've automatically calculated which programs you can apply for, so this can just save you a lot of time. So if you want to apply for a bachelor's degree, then you can like have a look at these programs that you can apply to, and you can also check on each program they actually have the entry requirements. I'll show you another one. So if you want to study for like a bachelor's in Chinese language at BLCC, there are also scholarships available for this. This is a really good program, by the way. So if you want to apply for this program, then you can check here, which has the exact entry requirements of what you need to apply for, and we have this on every single program. So after you've entered your details on the platform, then you will automatically see which ones you're eligible for, and then you can just apply very easily, like create a new application and then go through the application process. But you do need to verify your account by email. So yeah, this is basically how you check your eligibility for the program. And what documents do you need to apply to the universities? So actually we also have this list on each of the programs, so you can check on each of the programs. It varies according to if you're applying for a non-degree, a bachelor, master or PhD. So if you're applying for like a Chinese program, then you don't really need that many documents. You just need the passport, graduation certificate, and your photo. And sometimes they need a recommendation letter, but normally it's not necessary. For a bachelor's program, you definitely need more documents. So you need your transcript from your high school. You need a personal statement. You need an English certificate, TOEFL, IELTS, or IET test. And then you need a guarantor letter. If you're applying for a master's, you'd also need 2 recommendation letters, like normally from a professor, from your bachelor's program, but sometimes they can accept from someone who you've worked with before if you've been working. And a PhD program, you also need a research proposal, which is really important. So if you're interested in the documents that you need, we also have a video which has more details about that. And if you also have any questions about it, then do let us know in the comments and we'll try our best to give you more updates in the future. Make sure you do subscribe to our channel because we're going to give you a lot more updates about Chinese universities, and we hope that it can help you to achieve your dream and succeed in China. Thank you very much.